will you pass this down, please?
Okay, good.
Hey, Mayor.
Oh, yeah.
No, and we can even talk to Chuck about it because it's through the
And then we have to
31st.
reaffirm or change the chairman. I mean, we can do the same, I think. It doesn't really say, but we have to affirm that.
Give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
4 hours.
Yeah, she sent it to me too. Yeah, it doesn't. It's, yeah.
Think we're ready?
Yes, sir. Whenever, whenever you are.
The chair will call the February 13th, 2019 special meeting of the City Council to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk, if you please call the roll.
Alderman Redpath.
Here.
Alderman Senor. Here. Alderwoman Turner.
Here.
Alderman Fulgenzi. Here. Alderman Proctor.
Here.
Alderwoman DeCenso.
Present.
Alderman McMiniman.
Here.
Alderman Tylen.
Here.
Alderman Donlin.
Here.
Alderman Hanauer.
Here.
Mayor Langfelder.
Here.
Mayor, a quorum is present.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is number 2019-088, an ordinance authorizing the amount of $1,200,000 for road infrastructure improvements to JNB Springfield LP and Rock Island Economic Growth Corporation utilizing Far East Side TIF tax increment finance funds for the Poplar Place redevelopment project for the Office of Planning and Economic Development. The chair will entertain a motion to place agenda number 2019-088 on final passage.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and second. Discussion?
I have a floor amendment. I'd like to make a floor amendment that replaces all references to Poplar Place with Livingston Homes, formerly known as Poplar Place in the ordinance.
Okay.
Second the motion.
Moved and second to change the wording so it reflects Livingston Place, formerly known as Poplar Place. And second, any discussion? Alderwoman DeCenso?
I received an email from a constituent today who was just expressing concern that we're just, and I don't know if everyone
I
received.
got the same email.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will respond to it.
Okay, good. That we're not just doing the roads, we're
Yep.
human capital and reinvestment in the properties and everything.
I will respond to the email.
Thank you very much.
So any questions on the amendment? All in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. So discussion on the ordinance as amended. Alderwoman Turner?
So this is a project, something that the mayor and I've actually been working on for the past 8 years, and the mayor has been very helpful in trying to move this forward. As you know, it began with us trying to address the horrific situation with the roads in that area. There was some court litigation, and we're finally at a place where we have a developer that has come in and is working on probably a $20 to $30 million investment in that area. And what this money will do will be dedicated to fixing the roads. However, it's done in conjunction with the entire development. So we won't be expending any money until the funding for the development and everything is signed and in order, and we're ready to go with the development. So this happens in conjunction with the development, and once that's all done, we'll be able to move forward. So again, this is something that, like I said, I've been working on for 8 years. The mayor has been very helpful with it for the last 4, and I would encourage everyone to support passage of the ordinance.
Alderman Senor?
Just, could you go over again, once it's finished, what it'll look like, so I can have a good picture in my mind, so we can attract people and send people this way to get home? Is it going to be home ownership, or is it going to be rental?
Right now, oh my God, Herman. Okay, what's going to happen is that it's going to be an entire redo of that development. It will not bear any resemblance to what it looks like now. It's going to be much less dense. The homes are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom homes with attached garages. They're going to remove all of the trees, and it's going to be a different landscaping look. It's going to include high security cameras, the latest in technology. One of the other things that's very interesting about it is that there are going to be a lot of amenities that the individuals who are living there will have, and one of those will be that they will have the ability to have free home security linked into the security that the developer puts in that's across the whole development, which will also include a automatic response time directly to the police department. The other thing that for me was a real deal maker is that the developer will have on-site management. We already have, for those of you that probably know, there was the developer, when we were working through this project, he agreed to renovate one of the structures so that we could have some idea of what a finished product would look like, and we took a tour of it. It's actually very nice, and he's already has one of his staff that has moved into that residence, so we already have someone that's on site, and there'll be a lot of other amenities that will be attached to it. So it will be some subsidized. I'm not sure if there will be home ownership involved, but we're at the beginning stages of this, and it's been a long time coming, and I'm just very excited that we do have a developer that's willing to invest $20 to $30 million in this area. It will be transformational not only for the people who live in the new development, but it will be transformational for the entire east side of Springfield. Most of the surrounding area is all owner-occupied housing, so it will be a lot of stabilization for that area, for that neighborhood. The city has done a lot of investment with regard to infrastructure in that area. So, and then you also have a lot of other things that are happening there. So this will really be an anchor for that east side development. And I can speak with true conviction to this because I live very close to this area. So the things that have been happening in Poplar Place have had a direct result on me. And I think that this will be a distinct address quality of life for the residents who live there. So I'm very excited about it.
Thank you.
With regards to the structures, I think there's, I think they said around 52 are coming down, and there will be 77 single-family houses and 11 duplex. He said all of them would be rental, but they're sitting on 22 acres. He said normally when they do developments, it's around less than 9 acres. So it will be a lot of green spaces. Alderwoman Turner pointed out with regards to possibilities for pathways, sidewalks, and really makes it, it's going to change the, really the whole area with regards to amenities associated with that, not only within the development, but outside the development. That's a key component. And that's what the person that couldn't make it tonight but shared their concerns in the email. That's what it was all about is, don't create a pocket of poverty. How do you develop all the area? And just not inside, but outside. But most importantly, the human capital. How do you improve the human capital for everybody so you have a place where everybody wants to live, a mixed income development. And so that's what we'll have to strive towards. As Alderwoman Turner pointed out, it's just not granting the this ordinance going forward, but how do you leverage it so we have a development that really impacts or transforms the entire area associated with it. And some of that's already happening. We already are improving Kings Court project, which is along Cook Street there, across from Channel 20. And then on the other side is the Financial Opportunity Center that LIST has done with the Urban League. So there's a lot of things happening in that area, and this is one way to connect all that together. But it has to be a holistic development with relation to that. And the Housing Authority, I know Jackie Newman was going to try to make it, but they're partners in this project. And it's in association with Brandon Court, because you have that there. How does that all connect together and really change lives within the entire complex, not only with Popular Place, Brandon Court, and the surrounding community?
And that's my ultimate end goal, is to make sure that that expands, not just in Ward
Right.
3, with all due respect, but in the Ward 2 also, because we need some economic development and also some socio-economic development within Ward 2 so we can brighten up the whole city.
I agree.
Thank you.
Alderman Redpath?
So if I remember right, this project was, they had control of the streets. Are we going to take over control of the streets? Is that how it's going to work?
Once it's completed.
Okay. But that's what a lot of the money's for, is to
That's what all of this 1.2 million is only for the streets.
Okay,
That
and
is
they're going to be doing all the construction of the
Yes, they're going to be doing
demolition and all that? Okay,
yes.
thank you.
And one of the reasons why we needed to do this tonight is because this is a major, like I said, major project, $20 to $30 million, and they are in the process of applying to IDA for funding. And the city really wants to show that we are invested in this project, so we wanted to make sure that we had this done so that it could be included with their funding package.
Perfect.
And the other exciting aspect of it, in talking to the developer, they'd like to, hire individuals within our community. In Calvin Pitts, we've helped fund the Boeing Training Center on South Grand, which I believe is in Ward 2. But that'd be a key component. They'll have 18 months worth of work. And how do you, have individuals here being able to be employed, and actually if those that need to learn a trade or what have you, that it not only learn it for those 18 months, but thereafter. So that's a key component to it as well.
And I've also had, I received some inquiries today with regard, there was a pretty detailed article in the SJR, I believe on Monday, about the project. And so I have been receiving calls about it, people wanting more information. And I did get several calls today with regard to the workforce that would be involved in. And I want to assure everybody that we're not skirting any rules. This is all going to be prevailing wage. It's going to be, union labor, and as the mayor said, I'm really excited about the fact that the developer has made commitments to work with not only local labor but a workforce that of people who reside within the development area. So again, we worked on this for a long time. I think we got a lot of really good concessions with it. So and I do want to definitely thank the mayor and Corporation Council for hanging in with me on this. I know I was kind of testy at times, so.
No.
Not you.
So a thank you to both of you.
That was a team effort, so appreciate everybody's good work on this. Any other questions or comments? All in favor of the ordinance as amended, vote yes. Those opposed, vote no. The voting is now open. And the ordinance passes as amended, 10 voting yes, none voting no. Let's see, is there any unfinished business come before the city council?
Don't we have the,
Yeah, we'll add it under new business. New business, I do have, the chair will entertain a motion to suspend the rules and place on first reading agenda number 2019-091, an ordinance authorizing execution of supplemental 2 of agreement number JT 604-014 and job number C-96-523-04 with the State of Illinois Department of Transportation for jurisdictional transfer of FAU 610 and FAU 8071 MacArthur Boulevard for the Office of Public Works.
and I did include some additional information if you need it.
So moved.
Been moved and second. Any discussion?
Discussion, Mr. Mayor.
Alderman McMiniman?
A representative from MacArthur Boulevard Association would like to be here tonight, but the president is occupied with another event. The general membership, the monthly general membership is tomorrow. I attended the MBA board roughly 2 weeks ago, and the MBA board would like to ultimately have a comprehensive jurisdictional transfer of MacArthur Boulevard so that we wouldn't piecemeal it. This particular ordinance would, MacArthur Boulevard is controlled by the state of Illinois IDOT from the interstate all the way up to North Grand. And what we've been working towards is most importantly, a jurisdictional transfer for the old part of MacArthur Boulevard from Wabash up to North Grand. And this here would be just a partial jurisdictional transfer. So the MacArthur Boulevard Association would like to wait on this until we can negotiate a complete transfer. This is something that the MBA has been working on for 8 years, a jurisdictional transfer of Old MacArthur with a sizable check from the state of Illinois Department of Revenue. Some of the key points that the MBA would make is they're very much in favor of development that is consistent with IDOT standards. The reason that the Wanless Trust wants the jurisdictional transfer is because IDOT policy does not allow curb cuts for this kind of a road that was constructed to encourage access through cross streets and through frontage roads. So MBA would like to go that route consistent with what the IDOT policy is and not deviate from it. The MBA thinks that development will be encouraged if we follow the IDOT policies. For example, Shields and Ingrain breweries, they gained access through an intersection and frontage roads. So we'd like to see that policy consistent up and down the boulevard. Again, MBA is encouraged by development and wants to get the best kind of development. The MBA encourages Mr. Kirk Wilkie, who represents the Wanless Trust, to come to the MBA board and talk with the MBA board and come to a monthly meeting. In the 10 years that I've been attending the MBA meetings, the Wanless Trust has never appeared before the MacArthur Boulevard Association, has never paid dues to the MacArthur Boulevard Association. And I wish to not have to say that, but that's just the facts. The Wanless Trust beneficiaries all reside outside the city of Springfield. I don't know how far away. Well, what I'm trying to say, excuse me, you're interrupting. I think what we want to say is that the local residents want to have a say in what happens here. And so I would just encourage Mr. Wilkie to meet with the MBA board and see what can be worked out. And I think this will be highly controversial in our area because and so you were encouraged also to meet with the MBA board, Alderman DeCenso.
You barged in on their meeting. You were not invited to their executive board
absolutely was
meeting.
Invited.
That's not what the president told me twice today of the MBA board.
That's not accurate.
Point of order. Is this discussion better held during the actual part where this is in committee?
Yes.
This is just to place it on the agenda?
Correct.
That's
Now,
just
does that place it on the
hold a second.
agenda
I've
for
still
the
got the
next
floor.
meeting?
I've still got the floor because I was interrupted with what I believe is a false statement because I talked with.
Call him right now. Step out and call him.
He's at an event right now.
I talked to him twice today.
Well, I talked with him, and he asked me to text the mayor with his comments, which I did, and he was part of a group text, so he's informed with. He asked me to say what I informed the mayor of. So this is very.
Alderwoman DeSanto.
And let me just.
Okay.
I'll just finish my statement. At the board meeting that I attended, Michael Higgins, the president, was there. Loretta Durbin was there. Chris Hankin, who owns several restaurants, was there. A representative of Town and Country Bank was there. Doug Doherty was there. And there was consensus of opinion.
It's Doherty, Doug Doherty.
Okay. Thanks for the correction on the
You're welcome.
pronunciation. Doherty was there. And there was consensus that there be a comprehensive jurisdictional transfer of MacArthur Boulevard and not a piecemeal jurisdictional transfer. So
That's because
that's
you were the only one there.
Excuse me, ma'am, you're interrupting again.
Alderwoman DeSanto.
The Wellness Trust has been invested in this project for 20 years, as the city well knows. And comparing the Shields portion of MacArthur Boulevard to the portion of MacArthur Boulevard that the alderman is talking about is comparing apples and oranges. That's a brand-new road. So IDOT doesn't have to go in there and fix everything. Mr. Alderman McMenamin does not have other information about what's going on behind the scenes, as he thinks he does. I spoke to MBA President Michael Higgins today. I was not at that meeting because I was not invited to that meeting, nor was Alderman McMenamin.
That's a
so
false
he made
statement.
an end run around, not only with them, but with you, Mayor, and with you, Mr. Zirkle, to avoid this and to stop development. Now, this is insane. This is completely ludicrous. We're not piecemealing anything. We are trying to encourage growth in an area that's been struggling. Shields has kept that open, and Grain has kept that open. So we're not going to help these other businesses when something else wants to come in. And all we sit around this horseshoe and do is complain about the lack of economic development in the city? Are you kidding me? It's a joke.
So
What's
any
the
other
motion on the
comments?
floor? What's the motion on the
To
floor?
put it on the agenda.
Put it on the agenda.
So moved, second, I mean,
It's been
Any other
seconded.
discussion? Any other discussion?
Yeah, I'd just like to,
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. And so they're invited to come to the city council meeting next Tuesday, right? Corporation Council?
They're here tonight.
Yep. I would like to recognize Jackie Newman. If you'd like to come up, we just, oh, you don't, okay, it passed. I don't blame you. But we appreciate your support for the Popular Place development. We're all looking forward to that. Any other business come before the city council? Is there a motion for adjournment?
so moved.
second.
Been moved and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. We're adjourned.
Mr. Chairman, right away, or?
We have to allow him to switch the tapes or something, so.
So we'll
we
have a
3-minute
5-minute
break.
recess.
5-minute recess.
Did that place it on Days Committee?
Put on the
Yes, I
Hey, we're going to do it. I'm sorry.
don't know. All I can say, the only thing I was going to try to tell you is you're going to repeat everything you said again when we're in committee. I mean, I know. I was going to say something to you, but you seemed like you didn't want to be interrupted.